Oh, man. That's the beat right there. That is the ticket right there. That is Party Like It's 1995. Shout out to my main man, Ron Oliver from Tower Light Records. You know, it's kind of funny. I've been saying this for a couple of weeks now, that for me, I haven't seen the Dallas Cowboys with a team that's this complete since the 90s. For once, our defense is complementing our offense as opposed to our offense having to, protect the defense. The special teams have been a little up and down, but the special teams are doing their part. You look at the coaching and say the coaching isn't stopping us right now, that everything actually looks really, really good. And that's contrary to what most people thought. People were talking about the Washington football team would be the best team in the NFC East and maybe one of the top teams in the NFC. and that the Dallas Cowboys defense would be terrible. But here we are, after Adam Schefter basically saying that Dak Prescott's arm is going to fall off and that he's just not that guy this year and that he's going to have issues, of course, with the ankle. You don't know if it's going to respond. I remember some Cowboy fans that were like, pay him, let him walk. He may never play football the same again. Well, I guess there are a lot of people that were wrong. And so, today, this Wednesday, I'm actually here at home. The last couple of Wednesdays, I've been actually on the road down the country to do some work. So I've been listening to Sirius Satellite and getting Nick Wright, who's usually Nick Wrong, on First Things First with their tiers, NFL tiers. Now, I haven't heard the tiers today. I'm actually going to be able to do it here today in the man cave. So we're going to hear it together and see where he has it. Because the last couple of weeks, even though Kansas City was 2-2 last week, he still said that Kansas City Chiefs were one of the best teams in the NFL, and that the Cowboys, maybe not, somewhere in the lower tiers, not the top tiers. But let's see what they have today, if I can get it turned on.
Tuesday morning, time for Nick to unveil his NFL tiers. All eyes
Tiers
on
for
this
tiers.
in particular, ever since Josh Allen took a knee in the victory formation Sunday night over the Chiefs. How did the Chiefs now stack up among the contenders according to Nick and his committee? Nick Wright, enlighten the people, will you?
Enlighten us.
Well, listen. Contentious and long committee meeting last night. So long, I was late to our actual show meeting today because it went deep into the night, and a lot of time was spent talking about Chris Broussard, talking about whether or not we had, the case for some legal action, for slander and libel, for Broussard, assuming he knew what was coming from the committee. He did not know. Let's unveil them from the bottom up. Let's first get rid of these first 15 teams, 17 teams. Listen, poor Lions, but they stink. They just keep getting beat on 50-yard field goals. Jaguars are the Jaguars. All the teams right above them are just awful. Now, row 3, hey, Falcons, did you see that game? A little bit of a heartbeat. Patriots have a bit of a heartbeat. All those teams have a bit of a heartbeat, but they're not any good. Panthers, Broncos, Raiders, Eagles, Bears. Bears, surprisingly 3-2, by the way. They're alive, but they're hanging on the precipice. They're a bad 2 weeks away from their seasons being essentially over. All right, those are the 17 teams that don't really matter right now.
Wow.
Now the 15 teams that really do.
Wow.
Give me the first grouping, please. Fatally flawed, Saints, Bengals, Titans. Do some things really well. But the Saints have Jameis at quarterback, the Bengals have Zach Taylor as coach, and the Titans have their defense as their defense. Fatally flawed, can't win a playoff game.
Okay.
This one hurt my heart. This one, the committee meeting had to have a hard stop. I had to go out on a smoke break when I said, hey, committee, quarterback question, that's a Browns logo. They're like, yeah, buddy. Did you see Baker? I'm like, they scored 42 points. They're like, did you see Baker? I'm like, they scored 42 points. They're like, Nick, his coach ran the ball in 3rd and 10. He doesn't trust him. I'm like, okay, you make a good point. Got to put him there. Niners have an injured quarterback. Seahawks have an injured quarterback. Those are good teams, but if we're being honest, whether because of injury or at times ineffectiveness,
so now we're to the
they
top
have quarterback
12.
questions. Don't reveal the next one yet.
Okay.
What have I always said?
Here we go.
Dripping in integrity. That applies not just to me, but to the committee, which I am the founding chairman of. Which is why I'm sad to report the next level of the tier. Show it, please. Future
Kansas City?
favorites, not current favorites, but future favorites.
Oh, God.
It might be too
Homer alert! Homer alert!
Will not last long. They're going to mollywop the Washington. They're going to start rolling. But for now, due to integrity, we must have them where they are. They are not currently one of the 7 best teams in football.
Duh.
Let's show you who is. Next group, please.
Okay.
Here we Oh, yeah, exactly. You were surprised, weren't you? Wow factor, Cardinals, Bills, Bucks, Ravens. All of them have the ability to make you stop where you're at.
Wow.
Oh,
Whoa.
did you see what they did? So why are they higher?
You
For
mean
the
he doesn't
Cardinals,
have...
I can't really get over the fact that against Minnesota, they needed a missed field goal. Jacksonville, they're losing to Jacksonville before that. Jacksonville does that stupid flea flicker. Even this week in San Francisco, Trey Lance is out there. He's hurt. They only scored 17 points. The Bills, week 1 against Pittsburgh is sticking out like a sore thumb. Tampa.
Okay, hold up. Whoa. He's got the wow factor. So let me see. That's 7. Let's see. It's 17, 20, 25. That's 25. That means there's 7 teams left. You mean he's got the Cowboys ahead of the Kansas City Chiefs against the Buffalo Bills, the Cardinals, and Tampa Bay? Holy smokes.
Back-to-back weeks. It's like you get blown out by the Rams. You barely beat the Patriots. We know you can annihilate terrible teams. But I just, Ravens. You need a 66-yarder to beat the Lions. You're down 19 to the Colts. But when you're great, you look amazing. But for those reasons, we can't have you up with this next group. Number 1 contenders. Big group of number 1 contenders. 3 teams there. We couldn't separate them. Packers rolling, feeling great. Chargers, best team in the AFC. Their 1 loss came to Dallas, and they easily could have won that. And the Rams steadied themselves. Short week, go to Seattle, get a big win after their 1 loss of the year, getting back to where they were.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Let me look again and make sure I didn't miss, because this is a Cowboy hating channel. I don't see. Oh my God.
So you might be saying, wait, Nick, that's 31 teams. Who's missing? Who's the current?
Oh,
because again, we have future favorites and current
no.
favorites, like just regular
Nick
favorites.
Wright, no. Nick Wright, no.
Current favorites. Couldn't believe it myself. The Dallas Cowboys. Oh my God! Is this the greatest day for the Cowboys in a quarter century? It very well might be. What do the Cowboys not do well? Do everything other than employ Mike McCarthy. They seemingly do everything well. Trayvon Diggs is a star. Micah Parsons is a star. They don't even have DeMarcus Lawrence back yet. Dak is playing like he never missed a game. Right now, when you crunch the numbers, plus the eye test, plus the committee secret ballot, it spits out the Cowboys as the current favorites. So there it is, Chris Broussard. I demand you start with an apology, and then you can go from there.
Nick, I was ready.
Wow.
I was ready to give you love, my man, as Ulysses always said. I was ready to pour out the honey and throw out the vinegar.
Yeah.
I was going to do it, but no, you had to blow it.
Yeah.
You had to blow it. And right in the middle of your so-called tears, I'll get to that in a moment, you give Kansas City a single perch in the middle of your tears. They're no longer tears. It's not.
It's only tears.
It's like a bad game of Jenga. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like tears at all anymore. All right, you got the Chiefs in the middle, and you can't future favorites. Can you stop with the Chiefs predictions? 20-0, 19-1. They're gonna beat Buffalo. It backfires on you, my man. The Chiefs would be perfect for the wow factor level. Perfect. Because with Mahomes
you want me
and
to
Tyreek
elevate
Hill,
them?
they are the
Elevate
epitome
them.
of the wow factor.
Interesting.
And put them there.
They should be
instead of having
alongside
them by
Buffalo.
themselves. Or if you insisted on leaving them alone, then how about this name? Instead of future favorites, still dangerous. How about that? Still dangerous. So, look, I was ready to give you, I had bought rose petals. I was going to throw at the screen for you, my man. But you went too far because you couldn't fully divorce yourself from the home run.
He couldn't homer it.
Let me get to the other thing. The Cowboys at the top, and I like the Cowboys. But
here we go. Hater aid.
Your continued disrespect of Tampa Bay. Every week you disrespect them. And I can't help but think it's related to the fact that they beat the Chiefs last year in the Super Bowl. Pounded.
Oh, everything is not related to the Chiefs.
Fury over Wilder type beating. All right, so Tampa Bay should be number one above the Cowboys and the rest of your crew.
Wow.
Because how about because of this, Nick? Because they beat the Cowboys head to head on the always emotional ring ceremony night. They beat the Cowboys. I get it. It's not always about wins and losses, as you say. So the Rams doesn't matter. Rams should be on the second tier. It should be Tampa Bay and then Buffalo, the Rams, and Dallas. And Green Bay should be down a notch. And so should the Chargers.
Green Bay got a great win. So Green Bay went to Cincinnati, got a great win.
Great win over Cincinnati. Here's the thing with the Bucs. So Cincinnati, where are they? I don't see them in.
Okay. Wow. Nick Wright. Is he trying to curse the Cowboys? Maybe that's what it is, because he's been putting Kansas City at number one for weeks, and they've just been falling. So maybe he figures he puts the Cowboys up there, they'll start falling. That one is a surprise to me. But as far as looking around, right now you can look and say, well, Tampa Bay's got Tom Brady. They're playing great. But the defense, you found out the Cowboys can put out there that you can pass on Tampa Bay. Forget running. You can pass. And that may be their Achilles heel. And I know I've been saying this for a long time, but at some point, Tom Brady's going to it's going to slow down. And it is a long season. It was a long season last year that maybe down the stretch that, we as older people need a nap. Buffalo looks really good. Buffalo, they've got the defense of theirs. They got the running game. Josh Allen has been kind of ups and downs, so I can understand that. The Cardinals, I'm still not quite sold on the Cardinals. Green Bay, they had to go toe-to-toe with Cincinnati, and they lost that game to the Saints. So I'm not quite sure there. And then, of course, you got the Rams. The Rams are really good, and I think the Cowboys are in there somewhere as well. So we'll see where it goes. In the grand scheme of things, these tiers and rankings and stuff mean nothing at this point in the season. The only thing that matters is making the playoffs and winning games. And so that's where we are with this. And so now we've got our third week in a row of NFL tiers. I'm Mark Holmes, and you know the deal.
Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the show.